Hello everyone, this is Feeks, and these are a few different types of randomizers. Basically all these randomizers do is they'll give out pulses just at random times. Like this one just went off, so it's not a consistent amount of time just in case you ever need them. They're only really practical and like if you're working with games or something. I remember needing one for my Battle Royale game. I wanted a randomizer and I could not find one, so I decided to build a few of my own. These still aren't exactly what I needed, but they are useful right here. I saw Etho do one of these. He used it for a firework dispenser, but what he did was he had I think he had wool or something like that, and he had a bud switch right here. So every time this piece of wood caught on fire, it would activate the bud switch, and then he had another block come over here and wipe out the fire, so it would reset it. But his wool or whatever he used to right there just kept on burning out, so it wasn't really reliable. So I came up with some of these designs right here. I have the cactus one. This one's actually one of my favorites. I think this is my second favorite. This one right here, I just started off with one cactus, but I realized it took a long time for the cactus to grow. So I made this one. This one does a pulse, and it has 3 cactus, so it'd make the thing go a little faster. But yeah, all it is just a bud switch right here. Like I had a video on these. All a bud switch really is just a diagonal block getting powered. So when this block gets updated like that, it extends, and then it'll unpower the block, and then when it gets updated again, it'll power it again. That's pretty much all bud switch is. But yeah, you just have these hooked up to bud switches, and randomly these things will get updated, like when the cactus grows, and then it'll yeah, give you a random pulse. Here's another one. This one I used vines for. This one probably is my favorite because it's really small, or it's relatively small. Like that's all it is right there. And then you can take off these signals wherever you want, wherever this like redstone line is. You can invert it whenever you need it. Here's another one over here. This one's used to fire. Yeah, basically it's the same thing. It's just once this gets updated, it'll update this block. It'll push it out of the way, like that, So that way it'll clear the fire. This one isn't really it won't burn up anything, but it's really slow, and it'll go faster if you have something flammable like wood or something. But then randomly the wood will just burn up, so it's not really all that reliable. I mean, like with the wood to make it go faster. But yeah, really all these are just you just have whatever you need, and then you have a bud switch triggering them. You can pretty much do whatever you want with them. Like you could even use trees and saplings next to a bud switch, but you'd have to chop down the tree and replant the sapling. So yeah, here's some randomizers just in case anyone needed them. Just like different ideas. You can actually do different things. Like you don't have to do these plants. These are just some ideas. And pretty much like whenever you want a randomizer, you just have to have a bud switch hooked up to it and a way of clearing it. So yeah, I don't feel like I really need to go over like how to build these. Like I said, all they are just bud switches, and then something randomly updates them. But if anyone does need want in depth on how to build these or something, just let me know. See, there goes that one. And I'll bring that to you guys. Also, another thing really fast is if like you wanted something like this and you didn't want a lot of entities in your world, I guess you could put fire or something like that, so that way it would burn up the little cactuses that flew off. But yeah, yeah, those are some randomizers. Hopefully you find this useful, or at least applicable to something. All right. Yeah, I'm rambling on. So those are some randomizers.